Order entry part 2. Now we're going to look at these order entry processes, okay? And these are really the best ones to use, especially if you're running off of a cloud server, meaning that HiveWorks databases are on a cloud server and you're actually running, from a desktop and you're accessing that data across the internet. You definitely want to use this type of order entry. So let's get started. I'm going to add a new order here, so I'm just going to click Add New Order. I'm going to locate the customer that I'm trying to create the order for. Let's say it's going to be Eagle Arts. That's who I'm looking for. I'm going to double click this guy. It's going to list for me all the ship to addresses that's under this account. And I can select the one I want at this time. In this case, there's only one. Now, I can create a work order. I can create a quote. I can create a return from here, but I can't post a return. I have to use the order entry style home warehouse to do that. I can actually create a confirmed order here, and I can create a back order. And we'll talk about those two, confirm and back order, in a later video. But for now, I'm just going to create a work order. I'm going to select this button right here to make my selection on this guy. Now, the program is telling me that I have open work orders for this account. So it is possible, to add on to that existing work order if I wanted to. And if I answered yes here, it would list for me all the open work orders and allow me to select one. Then I would just simply add on items to that existing work order, which then when I printed that order, it would only print a B copy of those additional line items on that particular work order that would go out into the shop. That way people in the shop would know this is an add-on, and so they would know when they pulled that off the printer that there's an existing order, and they would just know to add it to that order. So in this case, I'm just going to answer no because I want to create a brand new work order for this account. This front screen is basically the header or the master of the order. I mean, this is the accounts receivable side. It's our terms. It's the ship via. It's the route that we may have if you need that kind of thing. And in this case, it's showing me that this guy is assigned to two different routes. That looks like a Tuesday route 1 and a Thursday route 1. And so I could just click this and select one of those two based on what day of the week that I'm, taking this order of where I can get them. So since today's Friday, I'll have to put him on Tuesday's route. Okay. I can enter a PO number if I need one, whatever it may be, or maybe I don't need one. And then it's just bumping through these basic information, territory code, tax code, salesman, and so forth. And then I can, get down into the notes. And here I could use my notes lookup table feature to be able to, insert common notes if I would like to. I'm just going to double click this guy just to bring it in to show you how that works. So I've completed this part of the process. So now I'm going to click Add New Line Item. This opens up my inventory so that I can start searching on the inventory item number. Okay, so I'm going to do metal roofing here. Okay, so this is the one I want to do. That's the 32,7200. All right. So this is going to be showing me that it sells in square footage, either the normal square footage or a join square footage assemble price. So you see there are two different pricing structures here that I can choose from once I get to the next screen. So that's the item I'm looking for. I see my own hand. I see what's already allocated, but obviously what's available is less than what we need, but we're going to manufacture this, and we've got to order, another row basically. So I'm going to click set at this point. It's going to pull this item in. That's the description, and it's blue. So I'm going to continue on with the square footage here, but I could change it to join, which would pull that 235 in. I think it was 235, but I'll keep it at that. Now it pulled in the 210, so now it's asking me for the dimension. So I'm going to do a 3 by 20. Okay, and I'm going to need 6 of those for this project. So it's basically pricing it out at $2.10 a square foot. Okay, 60 square foot for the one panel, and then that's total usage. Okay, so I press enter, apply, and then I'm ready now to just press enter again because my cursor is actually on add new item. So I don't have to click it, I just press the enter key. Now I'm going to go right back to that product, that blue, and I'm going to double click this guy and bring him right back in. But this time I'm going to do a 3 by 12. Maybe I need 20 of those. Okay, and I'm coming through, I'm just pressing enter key. Okay, and then I'm just going to select this guy again. I'm coming through. This is going to be a 3 by 10. Okay, I need 18 of those. Okay, you see where I'm kind of flowing through here. Now let's add one more product. Let's add the the ridge cap. Okay, same thing, but this is going to be maybe it's going to be a 1.5 by 20. Okay, and maybe I need 2 of them. Well, let's go ahead and get 3. Now here I want to distinguish. If somebody doesn't see that 1.5 and realize what it is, you can set up this type stuff, okay, and select something real easy to describe what that is. I think gable. I don't know. It may be. I'm not an expert on metal roofing, but I could have here ridge cap. I would have thought it'd be ridge cap, but anyway, let's just select ridge peak. Okay, and then I can just apply that. And then what we'll do now, we'll just sell them we'll add a box of screws to that. Let me see if I can find the box of screws. Maybe it's not under my W. Now normally you would know these line items. Obviously I don't. So I'm having to kind of browse through to find it. So here we go. It was the MS. Okay. Now I want to make sure it's blue. So this is the blue one. And it's a standard unit product. I'm going to sell it a piece, so I'm going to select, I'm not going to do alternate. That's just a 6 count. I could, but maybe I don't need 6. Maybe 3 would be plenty. 3 bags. So basically I'm running that through, selling it. All right, so I'm done. I'm going to click apply. I'm going to save all. Then it's going to allow me to print that work order. And I could, if I needed multiple copies, this is another area that we'll look at later. But I'm just going to turn that off because I really don't want to print it. I really want to show you what the work order looks like. So this is what the work order would look like. I need 3 bags of screws. I need 6 3x20s, which is 60 square feet, 20 3x12s, 18 3x10s, and 3 1.5 by 20, plus it's telling me here that ridge peak. So that's really telling me what that should be if I'm ordering it from a manufacturer, or if I'm manufacturing it myself, then you would know that's a ridge peak or ridge cap. Maybe that's the wrong terminology for that. But anyway, you follow that. Now, I'm pretty much done with that, and I'm ready now to add a new order. So that basically, at this point, concludes this particular video. Look at part 3 and possibly 4, and I'll show you how to confirm orders, and I'll show you how to post shipments. Thanks.